Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and four dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a big talker than a big achiever, honestly. You'll hear him bragging about amazing things he wants to do, and his excitement can be contagious. If things don't go his way, he may get frustrated fast and even lash out.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When work gets tough, he usually gets upset or loses his cool rather than bouncing back quickly. He might raise his voice, complain a lot, or act out if things don't go to plan. So you may see him blaming others or being moody until the situation blows over.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the easiest person for others to like or respect at work. Because he's often blunt and can come off as rude, colleagues may feel hurt or annoyed by his way of talking. More often, he stands out for being dramatic rather than dependable.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he might act excited and say the right things, but deep down, he could feel uneasy about it. Instead of truly supporting you, he may get moody or jealous, especially if his own work is not going well. While he can be lively and happy at times, handling your success gracefully isn't his strong point.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, there's a good chance he'll feel insecure and even secretly resentful if you earn more than him. Instead of celebrating your success, he might start comparing himself to you and feel upset or left behind. He may not talk about it directly, but his mood and actions will show it.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not someone who keeps tight control over his money. You'll notice that he spends freely, often without stopping to think about the consequences or making a plan. If something fun or exciting catches his eye, he'll buy it without much hesitation.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to try and look wealthier than he really is. Instead of staying within his limits, he might buy flashy things or spend on outings just to impress people, even if his bank balance can't support it. Over time, this can cause serious trouble with debts or unpaid bills.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't very open handed or kind. when it comes to understanding others, and he won't easily go out of his way for people. While he may spend on fun things or show off, that doesn't mean he's generous at heart. He's more focused on what makes him feel good than what helps others.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and keep you guessing about his money. Instead of sharing openly, he could hide spending or avoid talking about where the money goes. This can make you feel unsure about your future together.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He will probably think housework is your responsibility rather than something to share equally. He's unlikely to take the initiative or help out regularly around the home and may assume you'll manage most of the chores. Expect him to focus on his own interests instead of pitching in.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by just watching or giving instructions rather than rolling up his sleeves and actually doing chores or changing diapers himself. If you're managing housework or the baby, he may stand aside and tell you what to do rather than getting involved. If shared responsibilities matter to you, this will be an uphill battle.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more interested in proving that he's right than trying to understand your point of view. When you have a disagreement, he's likely to argue stubbornly, push back hard, and not listen to your feelings. Instead of calming down and thinking about your side, he may interrupt or talk over you to make his case.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than showing respect. He may yell, throw harsh words, or make cutting remarks that sting. Sometimes his temper can make him slam doors or storm off, making things feel tense and scary.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he gets angry quickly and often turns small issues into big arguments. Quick temper is not something to brush aside, it's a red flag you should pay attention to. Over time, these outbursts can wear you down and affect your confidence.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility for his mistakes. When something goes wrong, he's much more likely to shift the blame onto you, make excuses, or even get defensive. If you value honesty and want someone who can admit when he's wrong, you'll be disappointed.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He's not very good at respecting boundaries and may struggle to understand when you say no. If you set limits, he could push back, argue, or try to get his way instead of stopping and listening to you. Sometimes he might ignore your wishes and act as if his needs matter more. This can make you feel uncomfortable or even unsafe in the relationship.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings, he might become upset, blame you, or act distant. This reaction can create pressure or make you feel responsible for keeping him happy all the time.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may not be able to fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If things go wrong between you two, he could use personal details or past intimacy to make you feel bad or embarrass you. This kind of behavior can make you feel scared to open up or share deeply.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's easily distracted by other women and may not be fully faithful in a relationship. His love for excitement and new things means his attention can wander quickly if someone else catches his eye. Trusting him could be hard, especially if you value loyalty and commitment.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to act over possessive, often showing signs of jealousy and trying to control what you do. He may question you about who you talk to, where you go, or even get upset over small things, always suspicious that you're hiding something. This can feel smothering and make you lose your freedom bit by bit.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what seems protective is often just another way of being controlling. He may act like he's looking out for you, setting rules about what you wear, who you talk to, or where you go. But it's less about care and more about keeping you under his thumb. Be careful not to mistake controlling behavior for genuine love or concern.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting rather than seeing it as a team effort. You're likely to find yourself making all the decisions, handling the tough moments, and taking care of daily routines mostly by yourself. Over time, this can feel lonely and exhausting.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. He may yell, say hurtful things, or react with anger, which can frighten or confuse the children. Patience isn't his strong suit, so small mistakes may turn into big arguments.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's not likely to fully support you as both a mother and your own person. While he might let you handle most of the parenting tasks, he won't always notice or encourage your personal goals or passions. Sometimes he may even act jealous or make you feel guilty for focusing on yourself.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, you might find yourself questioning his support for your career, especially after you have a child. He may seem fine with your work at first, but once parenting starts, you could feel pressured to quit or cut back your ambitions. These mixed signals can be confusing and unfair.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's not likely to treat your parents with real warmth. You may notice that when they visit or call, he acts polite on the surface, but doesn't go out of his way to make them feel welcome or cared for. If there's a disagreement, he may become distant or even rude. He will expect your family to adjust to him rather than making an effort to fit in or understand their ways.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He tends to lose his temper quickly. So even small problems can turn into arguments or dramatic scenes. This can put extra pressure on you and harm family relationships.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may act modern with you in private, but expect you to behave like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When it's just the two of you, he might seem easygoing about your clothes, opinions, or lifestyle, but in front of his family, he'll want you to follow their customs and act a certain way. This can feel confusing and unfair, making you hide your true self to keep everyone happy.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than supporting you. He won't jump in to defend you if his relatives are unfair or if you feel uncomfortable. This can leave you feeling alone and unsupported, especially when you need his help the most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He shows many signs of being a mummy's boy, meaning his mother's opinions and feelings will often come first. In any conflict between you and his mother, he's unlikely to take your side. Instead, he may agree with her, avoid backing you up, or ask you to adjust for her comfort.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of keeping things just between you two, he may tell them your secrets or ask for their advice, even about personal matters. This can lead to more gossip, misunderstandings, and feeling exposed or betrayed.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with him day in and day out can feel exciting at first, but becomes tiring and lonely over time. At the start, his lively attitude and fun energy can sweep you off your feet, yet you'll quickly notice He struggles with sharing responsibilities, managing money, and showing deep care.